This program is brought to you by generous donations from the community and sponsored by Stifel Financial. It's certainly beginning to feel like winter is settling in. Fall ran in and out of the room like a 3-year-old wearing a Superman cape. But hurry, it's not too late to get out there and enjoy the fall colors. Nevada City has long been recognized as having some of the best fall colors in California. Victorian neighborhoods surrounding the downtown historic district have some of the best colors, with century-old maples turning bright shades of gold, orange, and fiery red. Many of the town's most colorful trees were introduced to the area by pioneers from the New England states more than a century ago. Depending upon the year, the best fall colors can be seen from mid-October through Thanksgiving, sometimes earlier, sometimes later. Call the Nevada City Chamber of Commerce for a recommendation on peak color weeks and best areas to visit. Don't go away, we'll take a short sponsor break and be right back.
Thank you to Stifel Financial, proudly helping individuals pursue financial goals, businesses and organizations raise and protect capital, and communities offer a higher quality of life. To learn more, visit www.stifel.com.
An active weather pattern will bring multiple rounds of widespread rain and mountain snow to interior NorCal beginning late Tuesday through this week. Suddenly, the forecast models made a radical switch to an active pattern since our last report. Welcome to the world of forecasting. There is an extremely strong surface low that is forming in the eastern Pacific off of the southern British Columbia and Washington coast. You may have heard this called a bomb cyclone. Don't worry, it's not a bomb. It's actually a low pressure cell that is undergoing rapid strengthening. And this is forecast to become a particularly strong one, probably the strongest off the coast in the last 10 years or so. The low is forecast to remain well off the coast before weakening, but this will still have a significant impact on weather in the Pacific Northwest, with a very strong winds, heavy mountain snow, and coastal flooding with king tides taking place in conjunction with very large waves along coastal beaches. The big question locally is just how far the storm door will open. This is a very, very difficult forecast to pin down regarding the timing and precipitation totals. Even a small shift can make a huge difference in results. Rain should be arriving late Tuesday night or Wednesday morning with periods of showers throughout Friday. Stay weather aware this week by checking your local forecast at weather.gov/STO and entering your city or your zip code. We all remember Snowmageddon and Snowpocalypse. With winter weather approaching, it is time to start thinking about possible outcomes in situations of being stranded in your home for days without power, if not for weeks. Planning for these scenarios in advance can make a huge difference. Here are a few key things that you can do. Stock up on your propane and gas for generators early. Have a backup generator ready. Charge your backup battery units. Remember to gather and replace batteries for flashlights and lanterns. Have extra batteries or a way to recharge them. Have a battery-powered or hand-crank old radio. Have some non-perishable food for several days. And have a plan to keep your refrigerated medications cold. Store at least 1 gallon of drinking water per person per day. And don't forget about your animals. Have blankets and warm clothing available. Do not park in your garage if your garage door will not open without power. And consider an alternative to typical heating sources. Make sure that you can use your generators, camp stoves, or charcoal grills outdoors only. Do not use a gas stove for heat. Some other tips. You can freeze water and leave it in your refrigerator or your freezer. You make sure to keep that refrigerator door closed. Create a plan for what you are going to do if the power is out for multiple days. Consider who you could call, where you could go, and what type of arrangements you could make. Also, consider relocating until the storm has ended. If you are in an area that is difficult to reach, there may be road closures, so please be aware. For resources, visit readynevadacounty.org/PSPS. The 2023 Nevada County Crop Report was released a few weeks back, and it shows a promising outcome. Many crops rebounded from the 2022 freezing weather we encountered. It shows the total gross value of all agricultural commodities, excluding cannabis, was $24.4 million. This was a 30% increase from the year before and marks the second highest value in the past 10 years. In addition, cannabis for 2023 reached $10.2 million, which represents an increase of 47% from the previous year. To review the 2023 Crop and Livestock Report for Nevada County, visit www.nevadacountyca.gov/crop report. The food banks in Nevada County have become a necessity for many people in our community. From schools to churches, there are nonprofits and businesses. Everyone is seeing the need to care for those around them. In this rapidly changing economic landscape, the need to take care of those around us is grown tremendously. It is important to visit the websites of the two main food banks to keep up with any changes. The Nevada County Food Bank's website is foodbankofnc.org. Right now, they have their distributions at Grass Valley, Seventh-day Adventist Church, 12889 Osborne Hill Road on the 2nd and 4th Thursdays of each month, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Also in Grass Valley at the Sierra United Methodist Church at the Higgins Corner, 22559 West Hacienda Drive on the 3rd Thursday of each month, from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. In North San Juan at the Oak Tree School, located at 18847 Oak Tree Road, at the 2nd Tuesday of each month from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. In the town of Washington at the Washington Fire Department, located at 15406 Washington Road, on the 3rd and 5th Wednesdays of each month at 12 p.m. If you're in Truckee, visit the Sierra Community House at 12116 Chandel Way. The suite is D2 on Tuesdays from 4 to 5 p.m. They ask that you do please call to confirm whether or not you are coming, as other factors may affect their distributions, and you can reach them at 775-545-4083. In addition to the Food Bank of Nevada County, Interfaith Food Ministries provides pickup services at their Grass Valley location. Don't go away. We will come back and be chatting with them about their challenges, changes, and schedules.
"13 years ago, my much younger husband, that was 17 years younger than me, passed away. Then 2 days later, my dad passed away. Then a couple weeks later, my brother passed away. So I had all my men I lost, all within a short time. Well, when I came back from the Bay Area from having my husband cremated, I came back here and I had a ride with a family member, and they had informed me that since my husband died, I won't have his finances anymore, that I won't be able to feed my dogs and my bird, and that I had to get rid of them. And I looked at my family member and said, "What are you talking about? They're all I have left. No matter what, I was going to keep them. I was determined." So I looked around, asked questions to people and everything, and I found the pet pantry, and they were willing to help feed my dogs and my parrot.
Owning and caring for a pet promotes health, reduces loneliness, and brings joy and comfort for our seniors, especially those that are homebound. Without the Pet Food Pantry, our seniors are at risk for losing their cherished companion.
pet food pantry programs are donation funded. Without assistance, many seniors share their meals or go without their meals to provide for their pets. This is not healthy for either the pet or the senior. Help your older neighbors by helping their pets. Donate or volunteer today.
They have helped me so much, you have no idea.
Interfaith Food Ministry has provided residents with food since 1987, serving over 1 million seniors, families with children, and single adults. The importance of their community goes without saying. Joining us today is Victoria Lindsay to let us know all that is happening over at IFM. Hi, Victoria.
Hi, thanks
you
for having
coming.
me. We really appreciate the opportunity to talk about the good work we're doing at IFM.
Honestly, Victoria, we are thrilled that you're here. We know that you do a lot of things. You've been in your position for quite a time. So just tell us a little bit about what you do, who you serve, and how our community can step in and be of help.
Absolutely. Interfaith Food Ministry provides wholesome supplemental groceries to Nevada County residents in need. And we've been around since 1987 helping our community.
So what is in need? How does one qualify for your services?
In order to receive services from IFM, all you need is a photo ID and proof of Nevada County residency. And we distribute Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay, so proof of residence, is that like a phone bill?
A lease, your car registration, anything that proves you're a Nevada County resident.
Okay, and then is there a limitation to the amount of people in a family that can receive help, or?
There is not. The only real rule that we have for that is client families can only come in every other week.
Every other week. Okay, so then you're tracking and
or
you're
every
helping
2
people-
weeks. Yes.
Every 2 weeks. Okay, and then tell us again the hours. Monday,
Wednesday, Friday, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We do have our new reservation system, which is making everything easier for our client families. You can expect your wait times to be about 15 to 20 minutes. And we do our reservations from 10 a.m. to 11:30 in the morning. And then it's first come, first serve. If you do not make a reservation, please be prepared to wait and pack your patience and listen to all of our lovely traffic control volunteers and follow their direction.
Okay, and so help us out a little bit with logistics. If somebody arrives without a reservation at 10:45,
Unfortunately,
11:45,
you will have to come back at 11:30.
11:30. Okay, and
Highly
then,
recommend the reservation system. You can make your food choices ahead of time. It cuts down on your waits. It makes it a lot easier for our client families and our volunteers, our hardworking volunteers who we love.
Okay, and just so that we are very, very clear and understand, if somebody squeezes right before that 12 o'clock, 1 minute before 12.
Please follow the rules and please just be kind.
Okay.
Don't cut in line.
Okay.
We have plenty of food for everyone, so please don't cut in line and please follow all the traffic rules.
Sounds good.
And right now we're doing our holiday Thanksgiving distributions where our client families will
Wonderful.
receive a turkey and assorted sides so that they can enjoy a delicious Thanksgiving meal with their family. Every family deserves to have a Thanksgiving meal. We're happy to be able to provide that for our community. Although we can't do that without the community's help, and we are struggling with financial donations as the demand increases for our services. Fundraising has also gone down. Everyone is feeling the pain right now. Everyone is struggling. It is tough to give. But if you have anything to give, we have a really strong buying power in our community. Every dollar you give gets stretched as far as it can go. So every little bit helps. But if you would like to support a family in need for Thanksgiving or Christmas, a $30 donation will feed a family of 4.
Beautiful. And then do you work 52 weeks out of the year, Victoria?
Yes, we're open year-round.
Okay, beautiful. And are there any things about parking that people or potential guests should know?
Just follow the traffic rules and just, be careful if you come in on a distribution day. It will be a little hectic, especially in the 2 weeks leading up to Thanksgiving.
That makes a lot of sense. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us, Victoria?
We are almost entirely volunteer run, so I would love to take this opportunity to thank our incredible volunteers who make it happen every day for our community. They are incredible. They are our heroes. We literally would not be able to do what we do without our volunteers.
And I have a technical question for you.
Okay.
People can donate cash. We know that $30 will cover a family of 4, and these are people in our community, our neighbors, people we run into in banks and everywhere in our community. So let's all dig a little bit deeper this season and make sure that everybody gets a Thanksgiving or winter dinner. What if people want to donate food? What does that look
You
like?
can absolutely donate food. You can drop it off at IFM. We're specifically in need of pantry items, condiments, peanut butter, those sort of granola bars, those sort of things. Although what we really need are financial donations. That, like I said, our buying power in the community gets stretched really far. We have great relationships with various organizations to provide food for our clients, and you can donate at interfaithfoodministry.org.
Thank you so much. Victoria, one last question for you. Is the Thanksgiving dinner that's being provided, is that hot or does it need to be
we provide
heated?
the turkey and the sides, all of the ingredients to make a delicious meal with your family. You can all join in the cooking and having a wonderful Thanksgiving meal together.
That is beautiful. We are so grateful for volunteers and people like Victoria that are heading up organizations to help make sure that the need is met in our community. Thank you so much for coming in,
Thank you so much for
Victoria.
having me. This was a pleasure. Thank you.
If you are dining outside at a restaurant and someone is smoking a cigarette or using an electronic smoking device, you are being exposed to secondhand smoke. But what if you're in your own home and a neighbor's smoke is drifting in? Every person should have the right to live in a smoke-free environment to protect their health and the health of their family.
I live in an apartment and my son was coughing more than usual. I realized it was because our neighbor's smoke was affecting him. I tried putting a wet towel under the door and I asked the neighbor to please not smoke inside. He smokes outside sometimes, but the smoke still comes in. I'm really worried about my son's health.
People in our community are facing this problem every day. Often the residents affected live in apartments, condos, or other multi-unit spaces. Many people are unaware that all secondhand smoke is dangerous. This includes smoke from vapes, hookahs, and cannabis too. Take action today to help protect some of our most vulnerable community members from the dangers of secondhand smoke. Let's make living smoke-free an option for all Nevada County residents. Go to smilenevadacounty.com to share your story, get involved, or to find ways to quit. The Nevada County Tobacco Prevention Program is here to help.
From the foothills of the Sierra Nevada, a new hero will emerge. One who is ready. One who makes sure their friends and family are set. And has the power to go at a moment's notice. This fire season, you're the hero. We are Ready Nevada County.
Families who have fallen on hard times due to a variety of issues such as fleeing domestic violence, illness, death of an income earner in the family, substance use, child behavior or developmental challenges, homelessness, legal or criminal record constraints, or even a job loss can get a helping hand. Here to tell us about the CalWORKS program is Joseph Duville from the County of Nevada. Joseph, thank you so much for being here. We are so grateful that you're going to let us know about what CalWORKS has going and how we might be able to get involved and support as a community.
Thank you. It's great to be here, and I'm happy to talk CalWORKS. I do it all day, and I'll do it all night.
All right. Well, how long have you been with the CalWORKS program?
I've worked for Nevada County for 11 years, and 10 of them in the social services department, doing about 9 years of intake. So 9 years of CalWORKS experience.
Tell us a little bit about CalWORKS for those of us that are not super familiar with it.
Sure. So CalWORKS is the California Work Opportunity and Responsibility for Kids. And it's the California version of TANF, which is Temporary Aid for Needy Families. And what it is cash aid. So it's money to serve a family so that they can make ends meet. And it also enrolls them in a program called Welfare to Work, where one is introduced to a group of workers and social workers that can help them figure out a path to eventually be off of CalWORKS and to find sustainable income for their family.
And so about how many families or individuals does the program serve on a monthly or an annual basis here in Nevada County?
Right now we have, I believe it's 500 CalWORKS cases that are active, and that's about 1,200 individual recipients amongst those cases.
Amazing. So we are helping quite a large amount of people, our neighbors and our community members.
Yeah, and it really goes a long way, because it's it doesn't just do the cash. It also helps people figure out a lot of resources through welfare to work to find out what obstacles are in their way and how to circumvent them. For example, maybe it's education, and so they can go back to school, or maybe there's some sort of trauma that they need to figure out. And no matter what, each case is tailor-made to help that family member succeed.
That's beautiful. Okay, so if I'm understanding the program correctly, people can go ahead and come into the office or apply online, meet with get assigned a caseworker, work with that person, whether maybe there's a domestic violence issue or substance use disorder issue, perhaps connectivity to mental health professional, or even interview clothes for people that are wanting to go back to work. They can access all of these resources.
That's absolutely right. So ultimately, to apply, the best way to do it is on benefitscal.com. You can also come by one of our offices. We have one in Grass Valley and one in Nevada City, one in Truckee, and you can pick up an application there. But once you apply, you'll be given an interview, and a worker will assess your eligibility. You may have to prove some things to us, things like your property and your income and citizenship. But once that's all done, then you're granted the monthly money that you'll be told how much it is, so you can count on that every month to get by on, and then you'll be enrolled if you qualify for the Welfare to Work program.
Okay, that makes sense. Joseph, I have a question for you. So how does it help connect people to housing? That's a big challenge in our community, as we all know.
Housing is a huge challenge in our area, and the short answer is yes, it can get complicated, but under the CalWORKS program, there's several types of homeless assistance that can be used. One of them is the temporary homeless assistance program, where if that family's experiencing homelessness on that day, then they can get up to 16 days of money for up to 16 days of a hotel or some safe place to stay. And they can access that once every 12 months with some exceptions that can allow it to happen more. With the permanent homeless assistance, there's kind of two ways that can work. One would be if you had an eviction notice and you qualify for the CalWORKS program, and that monthly rent is less than 80% of your monthly income. So it does get pretty complicated with the budgeting, but you may be eligible to have up to 2 months of your back rent paid for you. And another version of the permanent homeless assistance can help a family move into a house that they find, as long as it's considered affordable by the CalWORKS program.
That sounds incredibly helpful. So you mentioned that people can go into your office to fill out an application. Can you give us the address offices for the Truckee, Grass Valley, and Nevada City locations?
Sure, yeah. So the Grass Valley location is located at the Brighton Greens Resource Center on McCourtney Road. That's right across the street from the Gentle Giant statue, the horse statue at the fairgrounds. And then the Nevada City address is 950 Maidu Avenue. It's the government center, the big one, the Eric Rood Center, and that's located right between the Madeline Helling Library and the Wayne Brown Jail. Our office is off to the side, but if you go to the big building, you'll find our office on the side. And then the Joseph Center on Levon Avenue in Truckee, right across the street from the hospital in downtown Truckee, is where you can find the Truckee office for our social services.
Very good. Thank you so much for the specific information. Thank you for your service. 11 years is no small feat, and being formally involved with social services myself, it's quite near and dear to my heart. So I'm very grateful for your work and for serving those in our community. Is there anything else that we need to know?
The only thing I would say is if you're struggling and you want to know if you're eligible, you might as well apply, because the worst thing that happens is you're not eligible, and the best thing that happens is you get the support that you need.
That's right. Joseph, thank you so much.
Thank
Such
you.
a pleasure to see you today, and we'll see you back here for some updates on all of the people that you're helping in our community.
I hope so. I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joseph. We are going to take a short commercial break, and when we return, we will be joined by Nicole Grimes from Gold Country Senior Services.
Hi, I'm Karen Lee Sharp, and I want to just say all our lives are very busy, yet hopefully never too busy to be awake and look around on a weekly basis and notice who in the community might need a little extra love. I love the pay it forward idea. So be adventurous with strangers and venture out into the world with positive, fresh eyes to see where you can create spontaneous acts of kindness. Human kindness. Oh, God, it feels so good.
Hi.
Since 1979, the Senior Firewood Program has provided extra warmth to low-income seniors during cold winter months. This program is manned by a group of dedicated volunteers who cut, split, and deliver the firewood to seniors who are in need in our community. Nicole, hello. Thank you so much for coming. We are so grateful to have you here. Please tell us all about your program.
Well, as you heard, the Senior Firewood Program has been here since 1979.
Amazing.
We've been a huge part of our community, helping make sure that everybody has a warm home to come back to, that we are providing our community and making sure that everybody is taken care of.
So I'm curious, statistically, about how many seniors are you helping every year or every winter season?
Yeah. So every year kind of ranges between how much wood we have available and what everyone's needs are. But on average, we serve about 250 senior households.
That's tremendous. And that's been happening continuously since 1979.
Yes. Many of our clients have been on our program for a very long time. And we take on a small amount of new clients every year.
Okay, that's good to know. And then I'm just curious, where do your resources and where does your wood come from?
So our wood comes from the community.
Amazing.
So when somebody has a tree that comes down on their property, they call us and they say, help, I need this taken off. And what we do is then our volunteers will process the wood, they will cut it, split it, and then they will deliver it out to the clients in the same community that need that firewood.
Amazing. And so people just call you or they get on a waiting list? How does that? I know things are reopening after this year. So people that might need some firewood and are thinking ahead, spring 2025?
Yes. So we work with our clients in the summer months in anticipation of the winter.
Okay.
So we do have some small amounts of emergency firewood that we can help out with this fall, but typically we are working in the spring for the summer.
Okay.
So people can call us and they can get on a waiting list to have the wood removed off their property, or they can call us to get on a waiting list to receive this wet firewood.
Okay. And so just to be clear, this program happens through the Gold Country Senior Center?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so that means, does a person have to be a member of the Senior Center to actually apply?
Nobody needs to be a member of the Senior Center, but they do need to be a senior household. So to be eligible for our program, everyone needs to be 65 or older, and there is a low income eligibility.
Okay.
So we are trying to make sure that the resources go to those that are most in need and provide them with a cord of softwood.
Okay, beautiful. Would you mind, Nicole, sharing your number with us so that we can get in touch with you if we have donations or if any of our viewing members have any questions?
Absolutely. So our office is reachable at 530-615-4541.
Okay, and they just ask for you, Nicole?
They could actually reach out to anybody that answers the phone.
Okay.
Everything will come its way back.
Anything that I'm missing, Nicole, before we let you go?
Yeah, we're always in need of volunteers. The Firewood Program is entirely run by volunteers, people that are willing to help deliver wood, help cut split wood. We have volunteers that are well into their 80s.
Wow.
So we have a nice mix of age ranges and ability levels.
That is a beautiful thing to get involved with. And I know that there are some people that prefer to do more physical labor and non-traditional volunteering or non-monetary volunteering. So if you have a splitter, an axe, a chainsaw, are good with your tools and safe, please reach out to Nicole or any of her other colleagues at the Gold Country Senior Center. Nicole, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll see you again next season.
Sounds good.
Well, folks, thank you for watching this edition of Nevada County Now. If you would like to help contribute or write stories, appear on the show, or even become a host, please check out the details below on our website at nevadacountymedia.org/NCN. This program is the local news and information brought to you by locals. Remember to stay safe, take care of each other, and get out there and explore all this beautiful community has to offer.